I'm just waiting for it to load up on all my pages. We're
My
connect.
garage was just not doing it. A bunch of tool supplies behind the backdrop. I was like, no,
Nah,
that's not cool.
no worries, no worries. It's all good, brother. And right now we are connected right across the board. So with that, we're gonna switch over and we're gonna click over here and we're gonna start this thing. And we are back! Here I am, Fly Navarro with the No BS World Tour, joining you on this Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day itself, I've got Tony representing a little piece of Freedom Fighter Outdoors. Tony, how are you today on this beautifully cloudy day in South Florida?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for having me.
Man, no worries. Thank you for all the stuff that you do with Freedom Fighter Outdoors. Now, this is what I'm going to do just to give you a heads up. And everybody, we're putting this together on the fly, no pun intended. So, literally, we just connected on Skype not a minute ago. He had to change his backdrop a little bit because he said he was hot and he wanted to be in the rain. So, that's what we're doing with Tony. I'm going to make sure this is shared across all the pages. And why don't you, while I'm doing that, why don't you describe.
Oh, sorry.
Listen,
Sorry.
this I'm interviewing you, not ET. That was definitely the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. No extraterrestrials today, all right? Today we're
Gotcha.
talking about freedom fighters and our veterans and all the stuff they've done for us so that we can enjoy a day off like this because there's more than just a 3-day weekend. So tell everybody a little bit about you, and I'm going to get this pulled up so I can answer all the questions on all the Facebook pages.
I was born and raised in New York, Brooklyn, New York, Williamsburg area. I joined the military in 1990, and I was in the reserves for New York City, and I just loved it. I couldn't get used to the civilian life after that. It was like something that was calling me all my life. So I joined the regular army and spent 10 and a half years in the military. And I was medically retired after 10 and a half years, after certain injuries and stuff. So that's basically it, man. I've been to three different places, and Hawaii, Arizona, out at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and I've been through all over the nation. It's a lot of places to describe. Maybe about 22 states I've been to.
Okay.
But I spent a lot of time in the air. I was a parachute rigger. I was a test jumper. I was one of those dummies. You ever seen the commercials with the test dummies, the crash dummies?
Absolutely.
I was one of those guys. Yeah, I
Hey
used
man,
to
that's
go out.
you know what? That's how nicknames get stuck. I just want you to know. Don't go around telling everybody you're a crash dummy.
Yeah, well, I was for a while, and
I was born and raised in.
I'm
and
just I'm just opening up all these pages so I can answer everybody's questions. So
just
go.
I loved the military. I loved the life. It was exciting. It was exhilarating. I skydived. I jumped out of airplanes. I got to do all these cool things that I just saw on TV. So I just loved it, man. Embraced it, and until my body said no more.
I know that feeling.
And I've been struggling ever since, man, to find something, that would excite me and bring me back to that life that I had before. And I found it in a form of the outdoors, with Freedom Fighter Outdoors. They took me out fishing, and it all brought all that adventure and excitement all back into my life, and now I'm dedicated to it. I want to give back to it. I found a lot of healing in it. So I want to share that with all my veterans that are struggling out there. I struggled like I did for many years, So there's hope and there's healing out there, and they need to find it. It might be in their backyard for all they know. They just got to go outside.
Well, I see you're sitting on a lake, so that's the beginning of being outdoors. You got lake, you have the woods. Now, I have a question. I was not in the military,
Okay.
but the way I was brought up, it was very structured, very similar to the military. And a lot of people always ask if I am because of the fact that it's always yes sir, no sir. One of the things that I've found about fishing that I miss from my childhood was the camaraderie.
Yeah,
And it's one of the things
brotherhood.
that I really enjoy about fishing is the fact that it's a team sport, and a lot of people don't realize that. Is that something that contributes to helping you
The,
with the Freedom
we
Fighter
call it
Outdoors?
we call it the esprit de corps or the brotherhood, or or law enforcement calls it the line. All that other whatever name it has, it's magical, man. It's there. It's in that back of that boat when you catch that fish. Everybody's included. Everybody's together, and it's you share a moment that not too many people have shared in their lives. You know what I mean? And it stays with them for the rest of their lives. It's a memory. It's a lot of things, man. It's healing, really. To me, it's healing. I call it healing or magical.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now, how long have you been involved with Freedom Fighter Outdoors?
I've been a veteran of the group for about 5 years.
Okay.
Uh, like right when they started initially, and as an outreach officer last year. But I had been contributing and helping before that, just in the background.
Okay. And mainly here out of Florida?
Florida, New York, Virginia. I haven't been to Pennsylvania, but we have some hunts out in Pennsylvania. Um, and we're trying to expand as much as we can. So
So when you say you're trying to expand, can you tell us some of your ideas? Don't give out anything that you're not supposed to, but
well, well, these were dreams before. Now we have the pandemic. This was all from before. So now we need to what's that? Adjust our sights and learn how.
absolutely.
We need to learn how to deal with this pandemic now and how to get veterans out. So really, what we're focusing on is what the future of FFO is going to be like. It's always going to be beautiful. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be magical. It's probably just going to be smaller. It's just not going to be those big, large groups that we had before. So,
So tell us a little bit about the first time you went to an FFO event.
I was I was in a bad place, man. I was really in a bad place, mentally, physically, and I was the guy in the back. I didn't say anything. I just sit there and just watched and kept my mouth shut, and I think I got that smile when I caught that fish. Once they put me on a fish,
Do you remember what the fish was?
no, no, to tell you the truth,
That's awesome.
not really. I think it was that moment that I smiled and I came back and everybody's smiling and happy and the brotherhood, that esprit de corps, it was just there immediately. We were just sharing stories all of a sudden, just like back in the military. So it was pretty cool.
It's again, I can only speak for fishing, but it's definitely one of those things that we come together as fishermen when you're trying to overcome and catch that fish. It's definitely one of those things that we work together for the same goal, which, again, like I said, I was never in the military, but it was the thing that I see that's very common. Everybody together trying to achieve the same goal.
Roger. Yep.
So, you actually have a personal acknowledgement on one of my Facebook pages from Dennis Friel. Says, "Hey Tony, I'm assuming you fished with Dennis before."
Hi, Dennis. Yeah, Dennis. I did the podcast with Dennis, and I've seen him out in the dock. He's been out fishing with us. He's an amazing guy, man. Super cool guy.
Dennis is a good dude. I've done the podcast with him. I love to tell this story. I walk in whenever I do a podcast. I'm like, well, what are our parameters? How much time do we have? And so it lets me know how in depth or how fast I got to go through my stories. And he's like, don't worry about it. You can talk as much as you want. Well, after about 2.5 hours, we get a knock on the door, and his next interview is already there.
Yeah, he's amazing, man. I was to put it bluntly, I was shitting bricks when I walked in there, man. I was scared as hell, and he made me feel comfortable. And in less than 10 minutes, it was on, man. We were just all over that show. It was pretty cool.
Connected by water, it sure means a lot, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
It doesn't. It definitely means a lot. I also want to give a big shout out to my friend Bob Jenkins. He's Marine. I know it's really, you can't say former Marine or ex-Marine. He was in the Marines many years ago. Bob is, I think Bob is 60 right now.
Oh
So, again, thank you to Bob. Thank you to you, Tony, for your service to our country. And that's what we're doing today. It's Memorial Day. And I wanted to talk to any and all people that have helped Freedom Fighter Outdoors, a little bit about what you guys are doing. Hopefully, we come across somebody that has been looking for something like this to reach out to with other veterans or to get outside and like you said, just help ease the pain or just be together with other brothers.
Exactly.
And tell their stories.
So let me share something about what Memorial Day is. Since you said you weren't in the military or anything like that, so Memorial Day is not about veterans. It's not about us. It's not about the ones that are living. It's all about the ones that have passed away. They laid down their life for our country and for the freedoms that we enjoy today. Okay, so today, I know that there are parties everywhere and there's sales everywhere, and Memorial Day, yeah, and believe it or not, that's what it's for. It's for you to enjoy that hooray for today, because so many people have given their lives, and we just need to remember them, though. Pour a little beer out there for them. Do something. It's not about the guys that are living, man. It's not about me or other veterans. It's about the ones that passed away. So just remember them at least.
Well,
when you're out there with that keg,
Well, hopefully by taking a little time out today on social media and telling your story and telling the guys that are still here with us that there's fellow military guys that are out there and looking to enjoy some of the outdoors, which is a real big thing. A real big thing. So
for many years, I always spent my time on Memorial Day on the beach, quietly, just with my family, and saying thank you for what I'm enjoying right now. Today I wanted to go out on a new adventure that I just got into. It's paddling. I'm into paddle boarding, and I just got one from Live Water Sports out of Clearwater, and it's called the Expedition 4, and I'm in love with it. And today I wanted to go out and do that experience. Remember the veterans by doing that. It's too rainy, it's too stormy, so I went out yesterday.
Okay.
Out at Legoland. I'm gonna send you a picture, man. It was amazing. It was really beautiful. So
please do, and I'll make sure I put it up in the comments so everybody can see it.
I got the board and backdrop, by the way.
Oh, let's look at this thing. Live Water Sports. Whoa! That looks like a catamaran. That thing isn't just a regular paddleboard. That thing is like the real deal.
Oh man, it's amazing. I'm hoping that I get good enough to bring out veterans out here and show them all this beauty out here. So
absolutely. So again, for those, I see a lot of people joining in a little bit later. If you guys could just hit that share button, let everybody know what we're talking about today. Right now, I have Tony Peralta on here. Did I spell that right? Did I say that right? Peralta. Oh, you sound like an MOT, brother, a member of my tribe.
We're probably cousins, brother.
I'm of the Cuban background. My family came from Cuba back in the 60s, and I was first generation born here in the United States. So,
similar story. I'm a first generation Dominican.
Okay.
I didn't learn. I was born and raised here, and I didn't learn how to speak English till I was about 6 or 7. Ate the Dominican flag every day for about 25 years until I met my wife, and she started teaching me about different foods. If nobody knows what the Dominican flag is, rice, beans, and meat, man. That's it.
Listen, I put on a tournament every year in Casa de Campo, which is on the south coast of the Dominican Republic. So I am very, very familiar with it.
There you go.
For everybody else, and again, this is just the very first interview we're doing today. We have a lot of your fellow brethren with Freedom Fighter Outdoors going to be joining me right now. I believe I have 4 other people lined up. And it was something I interviewed Vinny, I think it was last week, and
I saw the interview.
So we were talking about Memorial Day, and I said, I'll tell you what, if you want, you line everybody up, and we'll let everybody tell their story. Let's fill up social media about what this holiday is really all about. And you encapsulated it 100% when you said this is not about the veterans. This is about the people that laid their lives down for our freedom, for the fact that we have this today.
That's correct.
So it's not about just the barbecues and the start of summer and all that other stuff that people associate with Memorial Weekend.
Correct.
So
thank you so much for doing this.
No, it's listen. Everybody has a special something, and if you can use that special something to help somebody else, I think it's awesome. And for me, I have this platform and I have the availability to do it. Plus, for me, anybody that goes fishing is a brother. I call it a fraternity. So I don't care if you do it professionally. I don't care if you just do it on the weekend. I don't care if you only do it for 2 days every year. If you share that same passion, you're my brother. So, and if it's something that I can share and help people, I'm really, really big on it. I'm really big on it. And God blessed me with the ability to be able to pick up a phone or walk up to a stranger and just start talking. So if I can do that, it would be a shame if I don't use that gift to reach out to everybody else.
It's cool. I was just reminded about something similar in the military. We do this thing called TDY, temporary duty, and we travel. That could be all over the world. You know, you're assigned to somewhere else, and you just go there for a month or two. And the connection that I had with that TDY was that I would meet somebody that fished. You know, so they'd take me to their honey hole, or I was a jump master, so I look out the aircraft and find my honey holes in the areas I was at. But go out bass fishing, and that was friends for life. You know, because if he would wind up in my area, I'd have a rod for him. You know, I'd have a little honey hole where he could go fish, and it was like a little secret society all over the military where we went fishing. You know, it was pretty cool.
That's
I didn't
awesome.
think about that. They'd leave their rods at my house. Hey, I'll come back for it. It's like 2 years later, like, hey, I'm here. You know, I want to go fishing. You know, and their rod is in the garage. You know, waiting for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's awesome, and it's its own brotherhood. It really is. So, we know that. Whoa! Wait a second. Shell, I apologize. Shell is saying there's also some sisters out there too, not just brothers.
Yes. Well, when I was in, I'm the old school guy where my unit didn't accept females, and then they started bringing them in eventually. So I'm the transitioning guy. I'm from the old school to the new school. So I tend to forget. I didn't work with a lot of females, so. But no, the ones that I did work with, I was very impressed.
Absolutely, and I'm glad I was called out. I'm totally okay with being called out because I have no problem calling somebody out. So you got to be able to not just give; you got to be able to receive it too.
Yes, sir.
If you're going to call somebody out and you're comfortable with that, you better be ready to be called out as well. I'm just getting some information here from Spanky. Captain Jeff, for the Memorial Tournament, he won the Memorial Day Tournament out of Mobile, Alabama with a 613-pound blue marlin. So,
oh, wow. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Captain Jeff. Good to hear that. Again, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to celebrate this wonderful holiday. So I saw that they caught it. I guess they just waded in. So now, we know with this whole COVID, things are changing. But when is your next planned event with Freedom Fighter Outdoors?
It's at the beginning of the year, and it's going to be with first responders and also the people that are in the hospitals, the nurses and doctors. So we're going to change it up this year and next year, 2021.
Okay.
That's going to be our initial one, and then we'll pick it up after that from Pompano to New York to all the places that we've always done. So we're coming back in 2021. That's basically what I'm saying.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not listen. I'm not holding anything to you. This is just me asking for those that want to reach out. Now, I have the website on the screen right up underneath you. So for anybody that wants to reach out to freedom fighters, whether you're a veteran and are looking to go fishing or go hunting. But Tony, do you have like some social media? If anybody wanted to reach out to you personally to ask for what's it like, or do you have?
It's Anthony Peralta on Facebook.
Anthony Peralta. Okay.
On Facebook.
So guys, gals, thank you, Shell. I don't want to get called out twice. If you want to reach out to Tony and ask him what it's like, reach out to him on Facebook, Anthony Peralta. I have it written down as Tony, but you guys.
Well, FFO, everybody knows me as Tony, but it's a long story. It's a long story about Facebook.
We don't pay for airtime here, so tell the long story. I don't care.
I belonged to a different group before, a veterans group. I was a lead, and I was running this Facebook page. I left that group, and I kept the Facebook page, so I changed it to Tony Peralta, and they put Anthony Peralta for some reason and just left it that way and never spoke to me ever since after that. So.
Oh my gosh. That ain't good. That ain't
so
good.
Facebook, that's what Facebook did to me. So there it is, Anthony Peralta.
Okay, well, Facebook, I had to start my own page at Fly Navarro because Robert Navarro, which is my real name, people would get it confused. Plus, I could only have so many friends on there, and I want everybody as a friend. So I want no cap. Just like I don't want time limits when I'm talking, I don't want cap limits on my friends. I like having friends all over the world.
Okay.
So, and luckily for me, fishing gives me that, that's why I'm so big on it. Being the son of two immigrants, it's nice that in this country you can take your passion, which is a passion for fishing, and build an entire career out of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. America's beautiful, man. That's why America's great, right?
That's why my parents.
Sorry for all the noise.
Listen, I'll take it. I've heard a couple of birds, so if we got to listen to a truck or two, I'll deal with a truck or two. So everybody, also remember we've got 4 more interviews we're doing today. It's going to be all afternoon long, and if I get enough energy to do it, which you never know with me. I have a friend of mine. He did 10 years in the Marine, but he still lives out in Okinawa, and he opened up a tackle shop where and also a charter fleet to take out all the military men and women every weekend if they want to go fishing. He's got all the boats set up. He's got I think he has almost 10 Japanese fisherman boats lined up to take out all the military guys. Yeah. So
hey, I know a veteran that's in Japan. So please, send me that link. I'd love to send it to him.
And I personally, I don't want to say a lot of time, but I do spend quite a bit of time in Japan over the last 4 years. It's one of those places I really enjoy going. They're really big on fishing. So, and anything that contributes to our sport, I'm really big on. So, I will definitely. I'll send you his link. I'll find you on Facebook and I'll send you his link on Facebook.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah, that'd be perfect. So you want to know my ideas, though? I could throw an idea out there on FFO, but I don't want to put anybody on the spot. And I don't know if it'll come to fruition.
Throw it out there. I'm a firm believer. If you don't say it, it'll never happen.
This paddleboard here, I've had it for 3 days. I've gone out 4 times already. I think it's going to save my life. I want to take veterans out. So if everything goes well, I would love donations to buy 2 more of those and take 2 veterans out. I'm sure that FFO would pay for their lodging and their meals and everything else. They just need to show up. But I would need, the equipment to take them out. So I have room for 2 more paddleboard. Yes, 2 more in my garage.
Okay.
But then I'm going to need a trailer. So, the bills start adding up. You know what I mean?
Now. Where you're at, you're in Winter Park, Florida. Where do you?
Winter Haven.
Winter Haven. Where do you normally go paddleboarding?
So, I just started, and I'm sorry, I just started, and I'm going out over by Legoland right now.
Okay.
And there's a local college that has a really big. There are lakes everywhere. There's about 20. There's a chain of lakes that connect for 21 miles. So there are lakes everywhere in my area. It looks like if you look at it from aerial, and I think so back in the 50s or 20s. I don't know. I think this was like bombarded by the Air Force or something because it looks like there's bombs was just dropped everywhere. There's lakes. Yeah, it's lakes everywhere, man. So there's plenty of places to go. That's no. I'm exploring right now. I went to Legoland yesterday. It was amazing. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you a picture.
Okay, perfect. Definitely send me a picture.
I want to give a shout out. There's another individual that's super awesome. His name's JP, and he runs a paddleboard tour out of Clearwater, and it's called Lost Boys. And he's offered to take out veterans from FFO, and that's something that we're going to look at into the future as well. And take out, he could take out about 7 veterans. So that's something. So paddleboard and maybe fishing off the paddleboards if we get a group that can do it very well. Just remember, guys, you're probably going to need, and ladies, you're going to need a medical release for that. So just remember that. Make sure you're capable.
I'm glad to see you remembered the ladies. I didn't want to get accused of forgetting them this time.
No worries. We have ladies that come in our group as well.
Perfect.
I believe Sarah takes out a group of lady veterans once a year out fishing. So personally, to include in our group. So
I know Sarah's been bouncing. I'm watching her bounce between the 2 pages back and forth and put up comments. So Sarah, if you have something to say, feel free to jump in there. If not, is there anything in particular that you would like to say before we sign off on here?
No. Thank you for this forum. Thank you for your support, and always remember to help our veterans in any way they can. Freedom Fighter Outdoors does that, so that would be a great start to support our group in any which way you can by supplying vehicles, boats, money, whatever. We can use everything. So, Tony signing out, I guess.
Well, I'm not going to have you. I'm going to sign out for you. Fly, you're the last person that would ever get accused of forgetting about the lady. That's from Dennis. And Dennis, you're right. But Shell called me out on it, and I see she's laughing at me. So, but yeah, you're right. I'm one of the last people to ever really forget about the ladies. But I want to give them their props too, because they sacrifice as well. They join the military and they serve our country just as well as everybody else. So, alrighty, everybody.
They do.
Tony, you stay right there just for a second while I sign out. Probably coming back to you live again within the next 30 to 40 minutes. I got Birdman coming on.
There you go, Bird.
So stand by, set your notification. We're going to get everybody the opportunity to tell their story about Freedom Fighter Outdoors and Memorial Day. So, Tony, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody else, I will see you in about 30 or 40 minutes. Stand by. And catch you later. Peace out, peeps.